All right, folks, today's instructional video is on installing a nuke. This is the easiest thing you will do as far as installing bees is installing a nuke because it's literally taking frames out of one box and putting them into another. But let's go over the details just so you know exactly how to do this. Kind of to refresh your memory from our purchasing bees instructional video, nukes generally around $175 and up. They are getting more expensive by the year, and this is something that there is a lot of demand around, but these are primarily locally produced. Now, there is more and more of a commonality of bees in nukes being imported into Michigan. You definitely want to make sure you know what you're buying before you buy it. There's folks like myself who purchase or who produce nukes that are Michigan nukes from overwintered Michigan hives. And there are folks who sell nukes in Michigan that are not from Michigan. So just make sure you know what you're purchasing. Nukes come in both deep frame arrangements. Those are for the hive bodies that are 9 5/8, or medium frame arrangements for the hive bodies that are 6 5/8, those medium hive bodies. So make sure you know if you're getting deeps or mediums, because that is going to matter as far as what equipment you're installing it into. Essentially, when you think about a nuke, it's a fully functioning beehive. It's a small beehive, and that's why we call it a nuke. It's short for hive nucleus. And what it consists of is drawn comb, a laying queen, brood, and food. And you should have all of those pieces in a well-produced nuke. Typically, they're sold in May and June here in the Upper Peninsula in northern Michigan. And the reason for that being a little later than we see packages in the northern areas is because generally they're produced here. And so we have to wait for good weather before we can ever start producing nukes as far as nuke producers in the northern climates. So something just to know about. The one nice thing about nukes is because it's a fully functioning beehives, you give your colony about 4 weeks head start as opposed to a package. So it's definitely a preferable way of getting bees. Now, I will say for those of us in northern Michigan and the Upper Peninsula, this is the way you want to purchase bees. You can purchase packages, but we talk about this in the purchasing bees instructional video. There are a lot of issues with packages in northern climates. If you live in a temperate area like California or something like that, packages work just fine because the weather's never an issue. Up here, it tends to be an issue. So if you can find nukes, this is the preferable method of purchasing bees for northern beekeeping. Now, when do you install a nuke? Now, a nuke is a fully functioning colony already. It's been in this box usually, and just to give you an example, as a nuke producer, usually when we take splits off of our colonies that have overwintered that we're producing nukes from, we usually take those splits and then we give them a couple weeks to build up. So they've already been in this box for a couple weeks, and they will be fine in this box for a few days more or even a week more if you need to. Generally, by the time the customer gets them, they're pretty filled out like what you see here. So there's a lot of bees here in this box. I mean, this is a full box of bees, but you may get some even bird home on the tops of the frames where, they're running out of space. But typically when you get this colony, it's ready to go. It's not like you have to worry about weather so much like you do with a package. If you are in a situation where you do have bad weather and it's just not convenient to install, you can basically just take your nuke and place it where you're going to be placing your beehive and open up the entrance on it. And bees will come in and out of it as they can, and they can be in that package again for a little bit of time. The quicker you can get them out of this nuke box, the better. It's just going to allow them to continue to build out. But again, this is not as critical a situation as a package where you need to get them in to the hive ASAP. This is a different situation because this is already a fully functioning colony. All right, now here's the step-by-step, and I'm going to blow you away with how easy this is. So step one is you're going to set up your equipment, and you're going to remove the frames from the hive body. Now, generally what you want to do is you can remove all of those frames. You don't need to have any of them in. Just remove all the frames that are in the hive body, and you have an empty hive body. Step two is you're going to now install the frames that are in your nuke packages into the hive body that you're going to be using as your beehive. So you removed all the frames. You can see there are some frames left in here in this particular picture, but generally the easiest way is just to get all of them out of there and out of the way. But you're going to take those frames out of that nuke, and you're going to put them into the hive body in the exact same order that they were in the nuke. So you're going to start at one end of the nuke, take a frame out, put it into the hive body, take another one out, put it in, same exact order, and also be conscious of which direction the opening was on the nuke. So if the opening is in one direction, you want the opening of your hive body where your bottom board is there. You can see on the bottom here, this is our entrance. So you want those frames also facing the same direction as they were in the nuke, in that same direction as the hive body. So you're basically taking them out and putting them in. Very easy process. Again, when you're moving frames, make sure you're doing it slow and methodically so that you're not rearing up your bees. All right, so after you get those frames in, and this is a process that you do while you're actually installing the frames, is you're going to try and verify if you're queen right. Now, if you get all the frames, get through all the frames, before you see a queen, you still need to verify that you're queen right. So if you got to go back and look for her, that's fine. But I will tell you, this is going to be the easiest time in your entire season of working with this colony to find the queen. So this is a critical piece of installing this nuke, is making sure that you're queen right. Because just because someone supplied you with a nuke, maybe something has happened. Maybe the queen's not laying. Maybe she died in transport. Maybe something happened to her. It's on you as the beekeeper to verify that this is a queen right colony. And you need to do that immediately. Because if there is an issue, say, for example, the queen is dead or you don't have a queen that's laying, you can contact the supplier, and generally they keep extra queens around. Like myself as a nuke supplier, somebody calls me and says, a day or two after they did an install and says, hey, Adam, something's wrong with my queen. I'm going to replace that queen for them. If they call me 3 weeks from now and say, Adam, something's wrong with my hive, I'm sorry, that hive is yours. You've been managing it for weeks. I have no idea what you did, and I am not going to replace your queen in that situation. So as a supplier, we generally will replace queens in a few days after purchasing, but you need to verify that immediately so that you can let that supplier know. Now, when you're installing a nuke, generally when we say, you're going to verify if you're queen right, we say that you can either see your queen or you can see eggs to determine if you're queen right. In this situation, I generally like to tell people you need to see your queen. You only have 5 frames of bees. It should be pretty easy to find her if you know what you're looking for. And this is the best time for you to practice, is when you've got a small colony to work with, so that you're only dealing with 10,000 bees instead of 60,000. So just take your time and make sure that you verify that you do have a queen. Now, in addition to seeing her, I also would like to see eggs too, just to know that she's laying. But I want to have eyes on her so that I know that she is there. But you want to make sure you see both of these. But you definitely want to make sure you see that queen with your own eyes, not just verifying that there's eggs there. And the reason for that is that if you just see eggs and you don't see the queen in this situation, she was there within 3 days, but a lot's happened in those 3 days since that since that nuke was sold to you. It's probably been in transport. It's been moved around. Things can happen to a queen during that time. So that's why you need to make sure you have eyes on her as well. All right, step 4 is ensuring you have food. Now, this is a nuke. It's a fully functioning colony. If it's a well-made nuke, it should have nectar, as far as honey, and pollen, as well as brood. So you should have food in there, but it is also your responsibility to check that. So as you're installing, what I generally tell folks to do is just take a look what's in the frame. Generally, nukes are comprised of a couple frames of brood, a frame of food, a frame of food in the form of pollen, a frame of honey, and then a frame to work on. That's generally what your 5-frame nuke is comprised of. So you should have all the components of a hive. If you do not, though, if as you're putting these frames in and you do not see pollen or you do not see nectar, that tells you that you need to feed the colony. When it comes to pollen in particular, that is something that you need to be conscious of. Now you can see on this picture here, this is pollen in a brood frame. So you see your brood is right here, down in the bottom right, and then you've got this nice band of pollen. That's what you're looking for. Oops. That's what you're looking for, is that band of pollen when you're verifying if you have pollen, and stored honey is what's out here on the outside. So if you've got pollen in there, it's not critical to feed a pollen patty. But if you do not have lots of pollen in there, you do need to feed, because you have a laying queen in there and they are raising brood. And if you install this nuke into new equipment, and they don't have pollen, it's going to slow down the brood rearing process. In addition, when this nuke gets installed, it may be during a time when there's not a lot of pollen in the landscape, or the weather is not suitable for flying and collecting pollen. So you want to make sure that that food resource is there. So as we close up the hive, you're going to add pollen if you need to in the form of a pollen patty. But the other thing you're going to do is you're going to feed this 1-to-1 sugar water. Now, even though this is an established colony, the reason we feed 1-to-1 sugar water during this early time of the season is to primarily stimulate wax drawing. And what it does is it simulates a nectar flow so that the bees think that there's lots of nectar coming in, and that stimulates their wax glands so that they can build lots of wax. Because you installed a 5-frame nuke, you've got 5 drawn frames in there. But if you're installing on new equipment, the rest of that equipment is undrawn. And so by stimulating that wax production through feeding, you can get more drawn much quicker. And basically, when it comes to how you determine when you're going to stop feeding, you're going to stop feeding when they stop taking it. And they'll stop taking it as soon as there's enough honey flow out in the landscape that they just don't want the sugar water anymore. So super simple. But what you can see from this process is this is basically just taking frames out of a box and putting them into another box. Super simple, way easier than even installing a package, and that's pretty easy. So I hope you enjoyed this lecture or this instructional video, and we'll definitely see you at the next one.